You know that you're awesome, but now you need to know how to excel at work. Well, I am breaking down my best tips to be a workplace standout and to accelerate your career. If that sounds good to you, let's just tap the like button and get right into the tips today. And I am going to start off with my best tip, and that is to be authentic. And I feel like I could probably dig into this one with like a whole video series, but I don't know, maybe you guys would get bored. But I think so much of the kind of corporate Excel training and advice is really generic. It is very, very canned. And really, when we truly look at it, it's antiquated and it's only designed for a very specific subset of the population. You know who I'm talking about. And on a daily basis, I talk to way too many ambitious professionals who are trying to fit into a box that just won't contain their incredibleness. And they're trying to be someone that they're not. And that, my friend, could have a lot of bad byproducts like anxiety, depression, stress, and imposter syndrome. Because let's face it, if you succeed at work for being someone that you're not, you are not going to feel like you are successful as you are. And trust me on this, you do not want to get 1 or 2 steps up the corporate ladder only to find that they promoted someone else, they didn't promote you. And more important than all of that, you are authentically awesome. And the more that you know and you understand your unique awesomeness quotient, your UAQ, the more that you are going to shine and excel at work. The second tip I have is one that I actually shared in my video about self-evaluations, and it's one of the most crucial tips that I can give you, and it's actually completely contrary to the standard advice. Grow from greatness. Instead of focusing on getting better at the things that you're not good at, focus on doubling down at the things that you are already exceptional at work. In fact, you do just this one thing. You ignore everything else that I tell you in this video, and that secret to success is going to bring you far. There's a couple of reasons why the advice to grow from your weaknesses is heavily flawed. First of all, it's not where your potential's at. But when we peel back the layers, what you're really going to find is if you improve on your weaknesses, you actually might end up hurting your strengths. Because when we look at the interplay between the things that we're best at and, quite frankly, the things that we're worst at, it's the things that we're worst at that allow us to be really great at other things. And I want you to take a minute and think about it right now and drop in the comments what your greatest strength is and how your weakness and how one of your weaknesses actually allows you to be so good and excel at that one thing. I'll share mine in the comments as well. All right, so moving right along, we're being authentic, we're focusing on our greatness and growing from there. What's the next step that we're going to take to excel at work? When you are ready to excel at work and you are really ready to start up-leveling your career, you need guidance to get there. And of course, there's a million different resources and places that you can actually go in order to get support. There's books, there's blogs, there's YouTube videos like this one, there's online communities, there's, in non-pandemic times, real world communities as well. You can take courses, you can get certifications, you can get coaching. There are so many different resources available to help you excel at work that really the opportunities are endless. So from a technical perspective or from a knowledge perspective, really what you should be looking at is what level of support you actually need. If you're trying to acquire a new skill that is kind of general, that's the kind of thing that you can go to for a book. But if you're really trying to get into the fast lane to skyrocket your career, then you're going to want to get some deeper level of support. And for that, you need to figure out what it is. Do you need a career coach? Do you need to invest in a course? But there's a second and deeper level to getting support that I want to talk about. And that is when you excel at work, you really start to stand out. And people are going to start to discover how exceptional you are. And this creates a lot of tension in some cases. This is where coworker jealousy is going to come into play. And you might see that your coworkers are getting really jealous of you. The whole company gossip thing might become a thing. And playing with the office politics is going to become more complicated as you ascend the corporate ladder. And for this, you need to be prepared to have support from someone who is going to hold you to your potential. I want to be really clear here. When you excel, when you're up-leveling in your career, it is really uncomfortable. You start to feel like a fish out of water, especially when you get to that stage where you're getting more responsibility or you've gotten a promotion and what you were great at, now all of a sudden you're like, okay, but now I have to do all these different things, and you might even start to doubt yourself. And your friends and your family are going to be your cheerleaders, but they might not be the best cheerleaders that you have, because your friends and family care about you and they want you to be safe and they want you to be happy. But that doesn't always align with holding you to what you're actually capable of. And for that, you need to make sure that you have the next tip in place. And that, my friend, is to build a success squad. Your success squad is going to include a whole bunch of different people. Now, obviously, mentors and sponsors are really going to come into play, but your success squad is really the group of people, or even just the person that you know that you can lean on to help keep you motivated, to help keep you inspired, and to help prepare you to navigate the challenges that you encounter in your career. This might not be a person that you know. I might be one of your success squad members. I hope I am. I hope you're subscribed. I hope we're career besties, because I really want to help push you to the next level in whatever way I can. Really, the way that you can think about this, like more colloquially, is as an accountability partner. Who is someone that is going to hold you accountable to your goals, to your dreams, and, as I said, to your potential. I feel like I've said that like a million times now. So if this is super repetitive, maybe I'll just edit it out. I don't know. Now, I would love to invite you, if you want to grow your success squad and just hang with some people that are ambitious like you are and dedicated to being exceptional at work, drop a comment down below and just introduce yourself and let us know what you're working on or what that next step in your career is going to look like. And this actually leads me to my next tip to excel at work. And this one is a little bit more tactical. You need to make sure that you are focusing on impact. If you've been hanging around here for a while, you know that I harp on about the fact that one of the biggest mistakes that professionals make is focusing on working hard, but not working on the right things. You can be busy AF. You can be doing all of the things, going to all of the meetings, sending all of the emails, but you can be like spinning your wheels and not going anywhere. And I know that this is a really hard truth to face, and it's something that makes people really, really uncomfortable. And if you're feeling really defensive right now, it actually might be because you need to evaluate the things that you are currently focusing on work, because there might be an opportunity for optimization. And guess what? If you haven't only been focusing on the biggest impacts that you can make that are going to skyrocket your visibility at work and make your entire leadership team know that you excel at your job, you're totally normal. There's so much focus on effort and just general hard work and doing all of these hours that are completely unproductive, and there's not enough conversation surrounding making sure that you're working on the right things. And when you are working on the right things, you're going to find that you don't need to do the 60-hour work week, you don't need to be chained to your email, and you can actually have some semblance of work-life boundaries. At the end of the day, excelling at work really comes down to that strategic impact. And all of those other steps are really going to lead you to the place where you're able to identify and to actually do that hard but really noticeable work. Since you're ready to excel at work, what you're actually really ready to do though is to stand out at work. And I actually have a few more tips for you on how you can stand out at work in this video. I would love for you to go and check it out so that you can really up-level your career right now. If this video was helpful in preparing you to excel at work, make sure and tap that like button, share it with a friend that you think is exceptional, and I will see you in the next video, my friend. Bye for now.